Trade shows feel exciting. Noise, energy, foot traffic, opportunities everywhere. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of the people who stop at your booth will never buy from you. Some are curious, some are collecting brochures, some are just killing time between meetings. And while you spend 20 minutes enthusiastically explaining your product, your real buyer may have walked past your booth and gone straight to your competitor. The faster you separate serious prospects from casual visitors, the more deals you create. This starts with one critical distinction between a prospect and a lead. A prospect is someone who could theoretically benefit from your product or service but may not yet know who you are. A lead is different. A lead already has awareness. They have shown interest and they may actually be in a position to buy. At a trade show, your objective is to quickly determine which category a visitor falls into. That determination begins in the first 30 seconds. When someone slows down in front of your booth, make eye contact. Start simply. How's your experience at the show so far? What are you hoping to find here? What brought you to this trade show? How helpful has this event been in addressing your needs? These are not small talk questions. They help you understand each visitor's objective because every attendee arrives with a different goal. Some are benchmarking suppliers, some are actively sourcing, some are exploring long-term possibilities, others are simply gathering information for someone else. If you do not identify that difference early, you waste time. And here's what that looks like in reality. The visitor smiles. You immediately launch into your full product pitch. You explain features, you explain specifications, you explain pricing structures. 10 minutes later, you discover they are a junior marketing assistant with no influence over purchasing decision. This is not just awkward, it is expensive. At trade shows, your time and energy are limited resources. So when someone engages, resist the urge to sell immediately. Focus on asking, be patient, and listen carefully. The primary goal of a B2B trade show is not to close deals on the spot. It is to identify qualified opportunities and build rapport that justifies a second meeting. Once you sense that there may be real interest, you shift into qualification. Start with discovery. A simple question like, what's your biggest challenge right now? Can change the tone of the conversation completely. Instead of passively listening to a pitch, the visitor begins talking about their situation. If there's no real problem, it becomes obvious quickly. If there is a real problem, you have earned the right to continue. But identifying a problem is still not enough. Many visitors have genuine challenges. Not all have the authority to act. Not all have budget allocated. Not all have urgency. This is where a qualification framework becomes essential. One of the most practical tools in fast-paced environments like trade shows is BANT. Budget, authority, need, and timeline. For budget, you are not negotiating. You are assessing realism. Have you narrowed down a budget range for this purchase? If the answer is vague, the project may not be real yet. For authority, will anyone else be involved in this decision? This tells you immediately whether you are speaking to a decision maker, an influencer, or a future internal advocate. For need, what prompted you to explore solutions now? This reveals whether the issue is urgent or simply a long-term idea. And for timeline, are there any deadlines you're working toward? This helps you prioritize follow-up. Used correctly, BANT is not an interrogation. It is a conversation guide. because here is the painful scenario most companies experience. You return from the trade show with 73 business cards. You feel productive. You send follow-ups emails, but most never reply. A few respond politely. Let's stay in touch. Maybe next quarter. And nothing moves forward. In reality, you did not have 73 leads. You had 73 conversations. At trade shows, attention is fragmented. Time is compressed. Distractions are constant. The companies that win are not the ones who pitch the longest. They are the ones who qualify the fastest and invest their limited energy where it actually converts. Thank you.